If you had Arden Cho becomes the face of Netflix's biggest animated hit ever and one of poker's most intriguing celebrity grinders on your 2025 bingo card, you were way ahead of the curve. Because somehow, over the last couple of years, a Korean-American actress who many people still remember as the kitsune from Teen Wolf has quietly turned herself into a symbol of resilience, financial independence, and smart career reinvention. She's gone from bullied kid in Minnesota to underpaid supporting actress to the voice behind Netflix's most watched animated film in history, all while building a serious side career at the poker table. Everything in this video is based on publicly available reporting, industry analysis, and Arden Cho's documented career, and is meant for entertainment and informational purposes only. Let's start with the headline. Arden Cho is no longer just a cult favorite from Teen Wolf. As of December 2025, she's a lead voice of K-Pop Demon Hunters, the animated juggernaut that has broken every Netflix animation record in sight. K-Pop Demon Hunters is an animated phenomenon that blends two of the internet's favorite things, K-pop and supernatural action. It's colorful, fast-paced, full of music, and clearly struck a nerve with audiences around the world. According to reports, the film has crossed 325 million views on Netflix. That makes it the platform's most watched animated title ever. 325 million views isn't just a nice round number. For context, that's the kind of reach studios dream of when they pour hundreds of millions into big family franchises. And K-Pop Demon Hunters didn't just dominate on streaming. It also spilled over into theaters. The film sparked a $20 million theatrical sing-along weekend, where fans bought tickets specifically to belt out the songs in cinemas. That's the kind of engagement you can't fake. Right at the center of all that is Arden Cho. Her voice anchors the film. She's one of the reasons fans connect with the main character. And when an animated movie blows up like this, people inevitably start asking, what does that mean for the star's bank account? That's where the financial story gets interesting. Industry sites like Urban Splatter and Money Snoop, which track celebrity earnings and net worth, have taken a close look at Cho's new position. While exact numbers are always estimates unless someone opens their books, the consensus among analysts as of late 2025 is that her net worth sits somewhere between $5 million and $7 million. That's a huge jump from where she was just a few years ago. So where is that money coming from? First, there's her compensation for K-Pop Demon Hunters itself. Voice acting salaries can vary wildly depending on the production and contract, but for a film of this scale, lead talent is not being paid like background extras. On top of that, reports suggest there are back-end elements in play, royalties or participation linked to soundtracks and related media. And make no mistake, the music from K-Pop Demon Hunters is a major asset. Streaming, downloads, performances, that's another revenue stream tied directly to her performance. Then there's what happens when you go from working actress to face of a global hit. When one project suddenly rockets you into another tier fame, brand deals follow. Fashion houses, beauty brands, tech companies, they all start looking for fresh, recognizable faces with strong fan engagement and a compelling story. Arden Cho checks all those boxes. She's not just talented, she's got a narrative that sells. She's an Asian American woman who's spoken openly about being bullied growing up in Minnesota, about facing stereotypes and pay discrimination in Hollywood, and about having to grind through years of smaller roles. Seeing her front an international hit now, with industry outlets putting her in the Breakthrough Entertainer of the Year conversation, create a powerful, marketable arc. Perseverance pays off. And it really has paid off, not only through acting and endorsements, but also through one of the most unexpected parts of her portfolio, professional poker. Yes, professional poker. This isn't a celebrity charity night thing where she sits at a table for photo ops, laughs, and donates her chips. Arden Cho is a legitimate regular in serious tournaments. Poker fans have known this for a while, but the general public is only just catching up. Unlike many celebrities who treat poker as a casual hobby, Cho has been putting in real work and turning in real results. She had become a respected presence in live events, particularly in high-stakes series like the Poker Geo Tour and the World Series of Poker. In January 2024, she made a major statement at the PGT Championship. This is not an easy, low-stakes game, is one of the tougher events on the poker calendar, featuring seasoned pros who play for life-changing sums as a matter of routine. Arden finished in second place there and walked away with $200,000 in prize money. That wasn't just her biggest live cash to date. It was a declaration. She wasn't just sitting at the table for fun. She belonged. Then, in June 2025, she showed that the PGT result was no fluke. At the World Series of Poker, the most prestigious series in the game, she entered the $10,000 Super Turbo Bounty event, a fast-paced, high buy-in tournament where decisions come quickly and mistakes are punished brutally. She finished 20th, adding another $34,896 to her poker earnings. Those numbers might not look outrageous next to Hollywood salaries, but they're significant for two reasons. First, they're cash, extra income streams built on skill and risk management, not brand reputation alone. Second, they reflect the same traits that got her through a tough entertainment industry: patience, discipline, emotional control, and the willingness to face uncomfortable variance. In interviews, Arden has talked about facing pay disparity earlier in her acting career. One widely discussed moment came when she reportedly turned down an offer to rejoin the Teen Wolf Revival movie because she felt the pay she was offered relative to her male co-stars was unfair. Walking away from a popular franchise under those conditions took nerve, and it cost her short-term exposure. That's the kind of decision a poker player makes at the table all the time. You look at the hand you've been dealt. You look at the pot. You look at what everyone else is putting in. And sometimes the right move is to fold and wait for a better spot, even if the table thinks you're being difficult. Now, years later, she's sitting in a much better position. She's not dependent on any one franchise for income or visibility. She has a Netflix mega hit to her name, a rising net worth, and a growing trophy case from poker rooms. What's striking is how her journey threads together. Childhood in Minnesota, where she has said she faced bullying and felt out of place. Early years in Hollywood, where she took roles that didn't always reflect her range. Her breakout as Kira Yukimura on Teen Wolf, which gave her fandom but didn't necessarily translate into superstar-level pay. Her principled stand over pay inequality. The pivot into voice acting and landing K-Pop Demon Hunters. The parallel grind in poker, showing up at the felt with some of the best in the world. Taking them on in a game that cares nothing about IMDb credits. Put all that together, and the story isn't just Arden Cho got rich. It's Arden Cho found multiple ways to bet on herself. From a news and business perspective, analysts looking at her current net worth range of $5 to $7 million are doing more than just tallying a number. They're recognizing a pattern that's becoming more common among modern entertainers. Diversifying. Acting is one piece. Streaming hits are one piece. Brand deals are another. And in her case, poker is a surprisingly big and reliable fourth pillar. K-Pop Demon Hunters, becoming the most watched animated film on Netflix, is likely to pay dividends for years. Animated projects have a long tail. They find new audiences with each generation of kids and each expansion into new territories. Soundtracks keep streaming. Merchandise gets made. And if spin-offs or series follow, fans will expect to hear Arden Cho's voice again and again. Every one of those touch points feeds back into her value, which makes brands more willing to partner, which makes tournament organizers more willing to invite her, which increases her leverage in future negotiating rooms. And it all goes back to that word that keeps coming up whenever people talk about her: resilience. She wasn't supposed to be the one headlining Netflix's biggest animated sensation. She wasn't supposed to be finishing second at the PGT Championship. Statistically and historically, the odds are heavily stacked against someone with her background breaking into either of those spaces on this scale. But she did. And now, fans of K-Pop Demon Hunters see her not just as a fun character voice, but as proof that you can start from a place of being underestimated and still end up with multi-million-dollar success. It's also important to remember that this isn't the end point. Late 2025 is a snapshot, not a conclusion. With her current momentum, Arden Cho's net worth estimates of $5 to $7 million could easily rise if K-Pop Demon Hunters spins into sequels, series, or live events. She continues to earn steady cashes in major poker tournaments. And she lands more film or TV roles on the back of her enhanced profile. Plus, we live in a world where someone with her story and reach could decide to launch anything from a production company to a lifestyle brand to a poker academy aimed at women and minorities who've been historically pushed to the margins of that scene. Whatever she does next, what stands out right now is how perfectly her career arc captures the current entertainment landscape. It's no longer enough to be just an actor, just a singer, or just a gamer. The people who are thriving long-term are those who can cross genres, cross mediums, build communities, and leverage several different skills at once. Arden Cho has done that in a way that feels organic rather than forced. She didn't chase poker because it was trendy. She clearly loves the game. She didn't chase animation because live action dried up. She found a project that matched her cultural background and her fan base's interests. She didn't accept every role offered. She walked away from the ones that didn't respect her and then stepped into the ones that did. From bullied Minnesota kid to Teen Wolf standout, from Breakthrough Entertainer of the Year to Netflix's animated queen and serious poker contender, Arden Cho's 2025 looks very different from where she started. And for fans watching from the outside, that makes her more than just a familiar face. It makes her a case study in turning talent, principle, and patience into real, tangible success. Let me know in the comments. Did you first discover Arden Cho through Teen Wolf, KPop Demon Hunters, or from the poker world? And what part of her story do you find most inspiring? The acting comeback, the financial independence, or the fact that she's pulling off big results in one of the toughest games on the planet? If you want more breakdowns like this, deep dives into how entertainers are building their careers, their net worth, and their influence in unexpected ways, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned.